Hello and welcome to Culture Shark livestream about all things pop culture. I'm Final Monkey,
And I'm Caleb.
and today we are looking at a comic book crossover between two of our favorite franchises, Aliens versus Avengers. Before we get to that, Caleb, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Just been chilling. We're taking a trip next week down to Gulf Shores, so we're just kind of getting ready for that. But took out some time to read a four issue mini that apparently took over a year to release, which I think is insane. I didn't realize that this took so long to come out.
Yeah, well, I mean the artwork, Saad Ribic, I think his artwork takes time, and Hickman's also not the fastest writer, so.
Do you ever think that's probably what happened with X-Men? Is like maybe he just wasn't writing fast enough to necessitate a bi-monthly
No,
release
I
schedule?
th- I think there were too many cooks in the kitchen with X Men, and
Also true, yeah.
they liked telling stories where they're at, and he was ready to move on, and they weren't, and so he said, "Okay, well, y'all have fun,"
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
uh, which was to the detriment of the story.
Yeah.
So we will definitely be talking about Krakoa today because it is part of this story.
I mean, this is
So
so unapologetically Hickman. It's insane.
yeah. So yeah, let's get into it. The first thing that we usually do when we review comics is we will do a non-spoiler discussion, and then we'll get into spoilers. So non-spoilers. This is a four-issue mini, Aliens versus Avengers. There is a lot of which alien movie was that?
I'm sorry, can you repeat
That
that?
we
You
should.
kind of cut out for me. Can you hear me?
What's the movie that came out? Yeah, I can hear you.
Uh,
What came out right after Prometheus?
Covenant.
Covenants. There's a lot
Yeah.
of references to those two films in this story,
Yeah.
the David storyline and the engineer storyline. So
Yeah.
this is kind of like a third part of that, but it's also kind of like the next part of the X-Men Krakoa storyline, and
Yeah.
also picks up strands from Hickman's Avengers run. There's some different things that are all mixed together into this
Yeah.
four-issue mini.
I think that's what I said previously is probably the best thing to say. This is so unapologetically Hickman.
Yes,
It
I really like the artwork. I really like the story. Is there issues? I think my issues with the story was I think it needed to be a six-issue mini. There are moments that kind of I would like to have explored more of or seen more of. We kind of get
well,
the aftermath of a lot of things, and I'd like to have seen those events unfolding.
let me ask you this, and I mean, I guess this may be somewhat spoilery, but I'm just gonna ask it in the non-spoiler section because I don't think this spoils much of anything too much. Um, we're definitely getting more of this, right?
It's definitely set up for sequels at the end, where this is kind of the setup of a brand new team of Avengers by the end of it.
Yeah.
Now, will that happen? I know right now they're doing Captain America versus Avengers, but I think that's its own separate thing.
Well,
And
I
so
mean,
we're
yeah, I
seeing,
mean, is this even in uh oh, I actually didn't hear about that. They're doing Captain America versus aliens or whatever.
yeah, it's coming out right now. There's
Who's right?
it's a whole
Who's
red.
writing that?
Who is writing that? I will pull that up while we
Frank
continue to talk about this.
Thierry.
Yeah, he's an old Wolverine writer from back in the day. He wrote some different books, but mainly uh, Wolverine. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I definitely want to. Anything else, I want to keep down to a spoilery minimum because, uh, and I'll uh, because there's something that happens pretty early on in this book. And I think this might be actually where we disagree because I think this is what you said your problem was. Um, but my review of this, it's so unapologetically Hickman. I very much, this is great. I loved it. Um, I've never been happy to have been so lied to, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like what the what is it? The marketing and
Yes.
even the cover of the book is not representative of the book.
Yes, I
You know
would
what I
agree
mean?
with that. The covers seem to be one thing and the book is something different.
Yeah, which I feel like that's where we'll differ because I think you wanted to see some stuff. I think where we start is so cool. I love it.
So I'm going to say I give this story a thumbs up. If you like these franchises or Hickman, I would definitely check it
Yeah.
out. There is some silly comic book shenanigans in it for sure.
Sure, sure,
But that's
absolutely.
what makes it fun. That's what kind of what you want to see
Yeah,
with these crossovers. So
yeah.
if
Tell me if this resonates with you. This reminds me if like we mixed together Old Man Logan and Marvel Zombies. Does that?
I was thinking of the story that kept popping into my head was when Bendis did that Age of Ultron story where it jumped to the future and well, we'll get to the spoilers here in a minute, but
Yeah,
that's the story
sure,
it reminded me of.
sure.
Um, just a little side note before we get to this, did you hear the rumors that Mark Millar may be doing a Avengers Star Wars crossover?
I did not, and I wouldn't think Mark Millar would be the guy to do that.
Yeah,
um,
so I'm very intrigued what that would look like, you know. So
uh,
um,
like
I think
ult.
he could pull it off, but Mark Millar is also a mixed bag. Some things he's very reverent to, like when he did the Superman Adventures, he was perfect for that. But then in other stories, he's known for doing the outrageous things in the stories. So
Yeah. Well,
it,
it's kind of like Ultimates is some of my Ultimates 1 and 2 I think are some of the greatest comic books of all time. Uh, but at the same time, he does Wanted, Kick-Ass, Kingsman, and I love all of those, but none of those scream Star
I think I
Wars.
lost you there for a minute.
Oh, uh, can you hear me? Can you hear
Right,
me now?
right. Yeah, I hear you now. Yes, yeah,
Yep.
those stories don't scream Star Wars, but I think he would. He's a big ideas guy. He'll have like these huge concepts, and then he'll build a story around it. So I could definitely see it. And
Yeah.
there was apparently a DC Star Wars story planned for a while that Alex Ross actually did covers for that never happened.
Oh.
So this has been kind of proposed in the past. So all right. So our non-spoiler review though for Aliens versus Avengers, I give it a thumbs up. Definitely check it out. Uh, I think you would agree. And
Absolutely. Yeah.
let's get into the spoilers then.
All right. Let's see. Where's the? Oh, that's a different
So,
one. There we go.
question: do you like Wakandans in space?
Um,
It's a
it,
recent development in the comic books where they have like a space empire that they are building.
so it's not something that I would have expected, but it's not necessarily a surprise for me. Because more and more Wakanda is kind of tell me if this if this resonates with you. Uh Wakanda is slowly becoming the new Inhumans, if that makes
Ye-
sense.
Yes, and Inhumans went to space also. They took over the Kree Empire at one point. So, yeah,
So
I could see that.
yeah, so the answer is no. I don't hate it because, like, I mean, it's whenever we're talking about how technologically advanced Wakanda is and how they've always been this technologically advanced, them going to space doesn't surprise me. I like Wakanda in space better than Iron Man joining Guardians of the Galaxy. That's what I'll say.
Oh, I hate Iron Man joining the Guardians of the Galaxy. So, yes. So yes, this story opens with the Wakandans have hunted down the Shi'ar who are doing experiments on xenomorphs, and they discover that they are too late. That they have already launched probe ships to different sections of the universe,
I
and
believe it's one queen egg and 12 infected specimen is what they said.
uh, uh,
All right. Unfortunately, it's looking like we're having some issues. Can you hear me? Hmm. Hmm. Okay, I don't know if anyone can hear me. Looks like that we're having some issues with StreamYard, so bear with us. I'm talking with him right now. Um, this is strange. Unfortunately we've never had we've definitely had issues streaming before, but never this bad. Um, hmm. Hmm. We'll try to get back to this as this as soon as possible. Um, and honestly, if anyone plans on watching this uh, later, I'll probably end up having to edit this video pretty heavily just to cut all this out. Huh. Hmm. Testing. Okay. All right. Yeah, if you're just joining us, unfortunately, we're having uh, worse problems with uh, StreamYard than we have ever had, it looks like. Um, okay, looks like that his internet may have went down. Interesting. He's currently trying to reconnect. Okay. Well, usually at this point, we would, keep talking about our subject while we wait for the other person. But honestly, this has been a um, hmm. Okay. Okay. That's what we'll do then. All right. We're gonna go ahead and end stream. See what happens.